Hello everyone, welcome to Onyx Earth Tarot. Everything you need to know about me is in a description box below. So I know the setup looks a bit different because I'm not using natural light. I have a light that I'm flashing down on it because I need to be able to see. I'm filming this in the evening, so hopefully the glare doesn't bother you as much. And I know a lot of you are probably wondering, like, how is she back? Because I know it seems like I abandoned the channel, but really I was just taking a much needed break. Spiritual work is very taxing, and sometimes you definitely need breaks, especially when you're actively tapping into as many people's energies as a lot of online spiritual workers do. I'm also very busy in my life outside of this, but I will be uploading regularly. I'm still sorting out what regular looks like for this channel and what types of readings I'd like to incorporate into it, so just bear with me as we work through this process. You also can offer up suggestions. I'm open to those if you leave them in the comments or send me an email, all of that good stuff. And also I was taking a break, but I'm back now and I am available for personal readings. That information, like I said before, is in the description box below. But now that I'm back, because of the time frame that I'm coming back to the channel, I think the next couple of readings, like the next couple of pick a card readings, will be focused on what to expect in 2021. So this one is what to expect 2021 love, because I know you like the love readings, so I figured I would start with that one. Those seem to be popular. The next one will likely be like a career general one, and I'll probably do another one that talks about surprises in the new year. Don't hold me to that, because I may change my mind if something else pops up and I feel inspired to do a different reading. But right now, that is the path we're on. So like I said, today's pick a card reading is what to expect in 2021 for love. Let's get into it. So we've got pile 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'll give you a moment to meditate on your pile. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile 1, what to expect 2021 in love. So as I was shuffling, I was feeling lots of excitement, like an anxiety almost, while I was really trying to get your cards to settle, because that was another thing too, things popping out, lots of them. But a word that really stands out in my mind to describe the energy of this pile before even looking at the cards is anticipation. That's a heavy theme 2021 for you in love, okay? So there's something that you don't see coming, and I see lots of action and movement, and I even see you have the movement card, but there's just so many shifts relating to your love life this upcoming year. So you've got 2 new moon cards. I'm feeling strong new beginnings for all of you, not some, not many, everyone selecting this pile. Lots of new beginnings when it comes to love in 2021. I don't know if that's what you want to hear. I don't know if you're hoping something will develop further with a specific person. I don't feel that energy coming in just yet. Not saying it won't, but the initial energy of this pile is fresh starts, fresh beginnings, new beginnings when it comes to love and romance. Now, I do see that you're going into this new year inspired and more receptive than you've ever been in regards to love. And if you haven't reached this energy yet, you will soon. Like you will definitely move into this energy soon, because I feel a heavy release approaching, even though many of you may be currently going through it or the recent past, I see. So let me elaborate on this release and this energy that you have to move out of, right? Pile ones, you're very fixed people. I don't know what your placements are astrologically, but personality wise, you're very fixed people and very particular and detail oriented, particularly when it comes to what you want in a romantic partner. Like you're very picky and set in your ways. Lots of planning, I see. It's like you already have your ideal relationship planned out in your head, right? Down to the day-to-day activities you would do with a romantic partner. And the only thing you're missing is to insert the person that you deem, I guess the word, for lack of a better term, the person you deem qualified to be with you. That's not going to work, because romantic partners are people. You kind of seem to be strategizing your partner in a way that's not necessarily healthy. So people have free will, and you can't be overly controlling of your romantic partners. Like you can't force your ideals on them. And you have to allow people to be who they are, and you can't squeeze them into your box of predetermined requirements, right? Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have standards. Standards are very necessary, but you're very overbearing, and with the specific requirements you have, the things you think you're seeking in love, no one will ever measure up, okay? That's the energy that you either recently moved out of, are currently in, like currently moving out of, or are still stuck in and will have to move out of 2021. I'm seeing for many of you the first part of 2021, could be the middle for a lot of you. But the good news is that if you haven't already, in 2021 you'll begin to realize that not all of your standards, but some of these standards are very ridiculous requirements that you have when it comes to love. And you'll see that it stems from your need for control and a lack of security. Right. So 2021, that's a key theme for you. Notice that in the center you have that root chakra card. That is the center. That's the central point, the focal point of most of your issues when it comes to intimacy and relationships and love, right? That root chakra, you definitely should be doing some work in that area, because the root chakra is a chakra that rules safety, security, comfort, right? A stable foundation. And this is where you're lacking, or at least feel you're lacking. And in turn, you've been trying to find and force a partner to fill this void. And again, that's not healthy in any relationships. Like, it's not healthy in relationships of any kind, not necessarily only romantic. See, if you look at that root chakra card, because again, it is the focal point of this reading, and like I said, make sure you're working on that. It's following the perception card. Now, once you evaluate your thought process, and when you find and realize your true motivations behind why you're seeking what you are in romantic connections, and why you're seeking such detailed, specific types of people, you'll heal that energy and you'll see a miraculous shift in 2021, right? Because that miracle card is following that root chakra. Once you clear up all of those root chakra issues, you'll see miraculous shifts romantically and in love in 2021. So if you look at the tarot cards, sorry, there's a glare. That's the light that I need to use it because it's getting dark now. At the bottom left, we can see that energy of planning. I see like in that Two of Rods, which is the Two of Wands, it's lots of planning energy. And that star card starting off that section leading into that Two of Rods shows that, again, like I said, past, current, or future energies. Someone like you found or will find someone, a romantic partner, that, or if it makes it that far, honestly, you'll find someone that seemingly checks off most or all of those boxes you have, those requirements, right? Now, this is a test. It's a lesson to humble you a bit. Like we talked about, clearing that energy, that root chakra energy, moving into that new energy in 2021 to see miraculous shifts in your love life. That is what this situation that recently passed, you're currently going through, or will soon happen at the beginning to middle part of 2021. That's what's going to happen. So it's going to be a person that feels like they're that fit that you've been seeking. But again, it's about humility and increasing your awareness, right? Because look at what's following that star card and a Two of Rods. It's the Ten of Blades. You went from the hopeful wish fulfillment energy of the star card and that planning energy, like, yeah, this is going to work, to Ten of Blades, which is the Swords card, rock bottom. Okay. And this person is not necessarily a bad person. I'm not like, the lessons you're going to learn, the things you're going to feel throughout this process with this person that seemed to fit is not about that person. It's about you and what you need and what you're seeking versus what you need and actually desire. So this person is here to devastate you, to move you into that Seven of Elixirs card, right? That energy, which is the cups. And here you're going to do the things that I talked about, reevaluating your whole way of being and open yourself up to explore many more possibilities and options when it comes to love and romance, right? So you're going to question everything, if you haven't already, everything you thought you wanted, and realize that some of your past ideas when it comes to love and romance were fantasy and illusions, okay? So this right set of tarot cards at the bottom shows the same thing. You have the Devil combined with the Four of Pentacles. That is very fixed, stuck energy, just like I discussed. Like fixed in terms of being fixed in your ways, stuck and not budging at all, which is to your detriment. If you see what's following that stuck energy in those two cards, it's the Three of Swords, right? That same, and then it's in the same placement as that Ten of Blades. So heartbreak, devastation, especially with the Ten of Wands following, you know, that Three of Swords. You've got two 10 cards, you know, maxed out energy, an ending of some sort. And that Ten of Wands is signifying that at the end of whatever that energy is, once you clear it out, you'll see how much baggage you've been carrying, right? How much you've been standing in your own way when it comes to love, how difficult you've been making it for yourself in a way that you really didn't need to, because of those issues with security and stability. What you think you're seeking in a partner, you feel will make you feel safe, secure, stable, whether it be financially, emotionally, any area of your life you need more stability and security. What you're going to realize is that it's not necessarily the case. Like what you thought isn't what it actually is. I'm not describing this right at all. Hopefully you catch what I'm getting to, because okay, now I see why my words are not coming out right. There's a different energy coming in. It's related, it's just a different scenario. Some of you this person that's going to create this devastation is not necessarily going to be someone that checks off all of your boxes. It's going to be almost an opposite scenario. So some of you are actively chasing people that you feel check off your boxes, or you're waiting for someone to check off your boxes, but it'll be someone that moves on from you that you miss out on because you were being too picky and controlling, that you'll feel a loss for. Like, this devastation will be a loss for someone you didn't realize you had intense feelings for, or again, a denial situation because this person didn't quite, quote unquote, measure up to what your expectations were for a partner. So like I said, this person, some of you, it's not going to be that first case. It's going to be the second case of someone you thought you were too good for is going to end up breaking your heart when they realize they don't have time to wait for you to see the potential, if that makes sense. Not saying that's the end. That could be a new beginning. If that's the situation, it could be the case of, you know, we all have free will and everything's ever changing. If that's the case, this person that you thought you were too good for, some of you I could see getting back with this person once you do the inner work and healing, just so that you can treat this person better. Some of you, it will be a loss, but you'll be more open to dating people that don't check off all of your boxes because of this loss, if that makes sense. Now, again, the first scenario is finding a person that checks off the boxes, but it doesn't work out and it shatters you and makes you broaden your perspective. That's what I'm seeing, the combinations here. Now, again, past, present, near future energy. Don't be afraid if you feel this is future energy, because there's so many blessings when it comes to love following this energy. Like I said, this is just something to shift your perspective, to broaden your horizons a little bit, because you're stuck and set in your ways and you're not really trying to budge on your own. So the universe is kind of pushing you, and that often is painful when that happens, but it's necessary for your growth and for your happiness long term when it comes to love and romance. Okay, now, like I said, because you have perception, root chakra, miracle, so you will experience what you consider to be miracles in 2021 when it comes to love. You've got the 7 of elixirs, that's lots of options. The 10 of wands, releasing baggage, burdens, right? At the top left, you've got the movement card, and it's moving into that magical map shifter card. So you're being divinely led, moved into the space and energy you need to be into to experience the type of love you truly crave, right? That's what I talked about. It's almost like growing pains. So all of the scary stuff for this pile, it's for your highest good. And honestly, if you do the inner work now, you can bypass all of that heartache. Lessons are here to teach you and to grow you. If you kind of do that growth on your own, you won't have to go through a quote unquote traumatic experience in that way. At least that's what I believe and what I've experienced. But like I said, after that energy clears, after that inner work happens, you definitely have lots of luck and miracles relating to your love life coming in. So, and that's also prevalent in that new moon in Sagittarius card, right? It says luck is on your side. So luck, miracles, lots of good things coming in. Now, with those two new moon cards, because on the other side of that section there's the new moon, a new start is coming. It just shows new romantic beginnings in 2021. Like I said, some of you it could be a rekindling, not many of you. Most of you, it will be completely new energy for romance and love in 2021. And I see lots of options, especially with that 7 of elixirs. So a lot of you will be dating around before finding someone, if you even settle down in this new year. Okay, so back to the Sagittarius energy, because the thing about it is, especially with that number 1 card, that is the root chakra, I'm just feeling like endings and that new beginnings especially align perfectly with that Sagittarius energy that surrounds your love life in the new year, because Sagittarius rules expansion, broadening perspectives, like foreign travels and just things that are foreign to you in general. So expect this to be a serious theme in your love life in 2021, because honestly, you'll probably date around a lot, like I said. If not, you still will most likely date and enter a relationship surrounded by some Sagittarius themes, like this energy. So you'll likely end up with someone very different from you, or with someone you never would have envisioned yourself being with. But that's only if you let go of this fixed energy and move into that energy of being open and receptive to love, right? Because that's what I talked about with that whole energy of that heartbreak and trauma that may occur, just to awaken in you your desire for what you actually want when it comes to love, right? So you have, in the middle of those two new moon cards, you have the first quarter moon, which is your commitment is being tested. That's important because, like I said, 2021 is going to ask you to be flexible. That's a theme here. Flexibility, expansion. You're going to have to decide if you want true love, like your deepest desire for what love actually is, or do you want your controlled ideal of it, right? And once you release and expand, you'll see drastic improvements and advances in your love life for 2021. Okay, so that's a lot for you to work on, Pile 1. But it is a heads up. Like I said, I truly believe you can bypass that painful lesson if you begin to work now. And even if you can't bypass it, you're prepared for it, and it won't be as traumatic for you. You'll get over it faster because you can see it coming. This is why we go to readings, right? So I don't have anything else regards to your love life in 2021. That is all. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, Pile 2, what to expect in 2024 love. So shuffling was a mess. It was a mess because I was feeling lots of confusion, like strong confusion, and there's like an indecisive nature. So there's something you're being indecisive on. And I'm not gonna lie, like as I was feeling that confusion and the indecisive nature coming in, like I did the oracles first, and then I flipped, I started shuffling the tarot decks, and the first tarot card, as you can see, came out in reverse, like, but it was face down, but I could still see that it was in reverse. And I was thinking to myself, like, goodness, Pile 2, y'all are a mess already. So yeah. Now, and then it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a mess because a little bit after I did that, I was on the second tarot deck, and then the Five of Wands fell upright, face up. So I was like, yep, a mess already. So I'm gonna say I don't get strong romantic love energies from this pile, even though this is a love reading for the next year, but that's okay, and it could make sense because this is an overview. Obviously, I'm going to do more love readings in the future, and there's going to be more details about specific periods. Like, you may have periods of heavy romantic love themes throughout the year, but overall love is not going to be your focus. So it was difficult to get energy of those love themes. And again, I heard that y'all are already a mess in whatever aspect of your life. I haven't dug into it yet, but yeah. Two energies, I didn't really get that in Pile 1. I do feel some of you are in like real relationships currently. Very strong energy of like commitment, like long-term relationships, regardless of if there's love in the connection still. So those of you that have been here, that have been in a situation with a partner long-term, you selected this pile, I have lots of messages for you. Those of you that are single and looking for love, I have messages for you as well, but I'm going to save that for the end of the reading because I want to touch in those relationship people first because they have more, I guess it's more relevant to the question that I asked, because y'all know sometimes I ask questions and I shuffle and then I flip over the pile and Spirit's like, okay, so I know you asked this, but this is what they need to be hearing. So I'm just going to roll with it because I don't make this up. I read what comes through. So in general for this pile, there's a strong feminine energy here, but that doesn't mean anything. I heard if you've been struggling with fertility or conception, 2021, that's the year you'll see some success. Regardless, masculine, feminine, non-binary, whatever, fertility is extremely high this year. So be careful if you're not ready to conceive children, because if you get caught slipping, you will most likely conceive. Okay, I see moonlight. You've got that Aries card that says a fiery climax approaches. You've got the conception card. You've got the Empress, which is a highly fertile card, you know, symbolizes pregnancy. So just, if that's not what you want, extra precautions, 2021, or most likely you will be a parent. Like I said, lots of confusion coming up, but I see everyone in this pile, there's some clarity coming through at some point in 2021, because you've got that full moon in Gemini card that says the answers you need are coming. So if you're seeking answers, they will be coming in. Though I see, and maybe that's what this confusion is, we'll see, a lot of you have been ignoring some serious messages and signs that have been rushing in regarding your love life, because you've got that Page of Rods. That was the first card that fell out in reverse. It's like you haven't been open to whatever these messages are, but deep down you do know the truth with that High Priestess and that Moonlight card. Like intuitively you know whatever it is that you need to. There's some details with that the details card that you're overlooking when it comes to love. So whatever that means for you. Now, for whatever reason, I'm feeling like whatever this news or this realization that you're actively ignoring will lead to some type of financial hardship for you. And that's why I'm feeling the whole long-term couple thing, maybe, because I see clearly that some of you have currently, you currently are, or you will contemplate leaving a romantic partner. And this will be a person that you have financial ties to, possibly even children. So those of you that are looking, that have been thinking about or feeling like maybe you should leave a romantic partner behind that you've been with long term, that you have financial ties, possibly even children with, it's like you didn't want to because of those burdens, those financial burdens that would lead to. But it looks like in 2021 you'll find a way to remove yourself from that situation without damage to your finances. Okay, so, and I see that because like you've got magic prayer, you've got details. Again, the answers you need are coming. Page of Swords, that's messages, that's paperwork. You do have the Authority card and prosperity. And honestly, this whole middle row, that row of authority, prosperity, conception, and Merkaba, I don't know how to pronounce that word. That whole middle row is giving me the energy of a court ruling to free someone financially. So again, you and this person likely share some debt of some kind. Now, don't tune out if you feel like you're not trying to leave your partner. There's multiple energies here. Be careful, okay? Because here's the flip. If you are in a committed relationship, again, long-term energy, if you aren't looking to leave this partner, especially if you rely on this partner financially, especially if you could be considered some type of financial burden, like I said, be careful, because I see that avoidant energy of ignoring signs and ignoring the fine details, leading to you being left out in the cold with that Five of Pentacles card at the bottom right. Okay, because yeah, and that Five of Pentacles is like little to no income on your part, especially if you don't work and this is a partner that's working, and like maybe you maintain the house, or maybe you lost your job or you're out of work and this person's working. That whole section of like Page of Swords, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles could be like serving papers that create a fight or lead you in financial ruin. So like even on the left, you've got that Page of Rods, which is the Page of Wands in reverse, leading to the Empress. And that's like a halting, like that's not supporting your life. So yeah, like I was saying, that Page of Rods reversed leading into that Empress is definitely not supporting your lifestyle or putting a halt to some sort of assets, right? Because the Empress card is ruled by Taurus, which is the second house. That's money, that's possessions, that's your assets, right? And then it's leading into the High Priestess, which is shadows and the hidden, and that's leading to this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, which Nine of Pentacles, that's your personal money. That's your financial success and what you've achieved on your own. Whereas, like I said, I've said in previous videos, the Ten of Pentacles is more of a family, right? So, and then even at that top, like, I mean, you've got Moonlight, Magic Prayer, again, the Details card. It's like someone secretly praying for a way out, and they'll find it. So if it's not you, it could very well be your partner. So just pay attention to the red flags, mind the details, pay attention to their behavior. Come 2021, just pay attention, because it doesn't have to be a current energy. It doesn't even have to be like you or your partner wants to leave now or has been. It could be a new energy that comes about in 2021. So just be observant and pay attention, because even like those Moonology cards at the top right, they have shady vibes. So it's like Aries energy, which is active, possibly war, just like that Five of Wands. And then you've got Gemini energy, which could be perceived as two-faced. And even Pisces is illusions and entrapment, right? So just be mindful of that, people in long-term relationships. Okay, my single people. Like I said, this pile was so far it's been a bit of a mess. Honestly, I don't like to do readings that are a mess. I don't like to feel like I'm being overly negative, but again, I say what I see, so at least I'm giving you a heads up about anything you might encounter in 2021. It's not necessarily a love reading, but again, honestly, if those of you that are in relationships, I mean, you kind of needed to know that. So, single people, don't be mad at me. I'm just the messenger. But Spirit says you've got a lot of nerve coming here, like being worried about love when your finances are in shambles. I know that is a bit harsh, but it seems like your finances are in shambles currently. So Spirit does not want you focused on love. Like I said at the beginning of this pile, there weren't many themes highlighting love and romance, even though I specifically asked for those. Your energy needs to be directed overall. Again, this is an overview for the entire year. That's not to say that there won't be a period in August, September, or whatever where you have some love themes, but your overall energy your overall energy in relation to love for the next year as a whole shouldn't be that much of a priority. Like, love is not your priority in 2021. Not that it can't be something else that you're doing on the side, but your focus should definitely be on your finances. Just like that the heavy implications of that first group within this pile that were relationship people. Now, you have that Pisces card, that new moon in Pisces card that says meditate and contemplate. Again, it's saying sit this love thing out for the most part next year and get yourself together internally and externally. Because again, nothing here indicates romance and love, regardless of whether you're in a relationship or not. So singles, if you're waiting on someone specific, you'll learn very soon that it's not going to work out in the new year. And if you look at those Moonology cards, there's the themes of those cards, the signs, right? You've got Aries, which is the first house of self. You've got Gemini, which is the third house that rules your surrounding immediate environment. You've got Pisces, which is the 12th house of restrictions and your hidden aspects. So that's very self-focused energy in 2021. Okay, like it's not, it's almost an energy of you'll find love once you deal with yourself and your stuff, all of the stuff you've got going on right now. And honestly, the cards show that you already know that and don't want to hear it. That's what Spirit says. Spirit's saying that you're attempting to distract yourself from financial hardship with love, but it'll only make you struggle more because you need to be taking active measures to pick yourself up. Like you need to be taking the initiative to actively resolve these external and possibly internal issues you have going on right now, instead of trying to focus on someone else, possibly projecting that energy onto them. Right. So, and I know a lot of people are struggling right now. That's just the times we're in. A lot of people have lost jobs, loved ones. People are dealing with health issues right now. And honestly, normally we would be as well, but it's very much a stronger theme because we're living in a global pandemic right now. So I know this isn't a career reading or a financial reading because this was intended to be the love reading, but pile 2, if you focus on yourself and your goals, specifically relating to finances, your health, all of those things, something will be revealed to you in 2021 that will be very prosperous. Like you have the authority and the prosperity card. You've got conception, that's creation, right? There's lots of themes here that show that 2021 will be a good year if you do that work on yourself. And I'm not talking about inner work. I know in the spiritual community everyone talks about inner work, which you definitely need to do, and focus on your mental health as well. But you seem to have issues with assets right now and your finances that take priority over whatever love you could be dealing with or romance you could be trying to deal with. And that's for all of you, okay, pile 2? So I know this wasn't about love per se, but there's very important messages here that hopefully you were receptive to. If this did resonate, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, pile 3, what to expect 2021 in love. So there's like a really sweet energy coming in because as soon as I picked up your crystal, I started to sing, which I don't normally do for readings, and I heard the words love song. So it's almost like there's like a love song energy coming into this pile, and I hadn't even touched the cards yet, so that's interesting. And again, some heart chakra lighting up as I did begin to shuffle. And I also see, now that I've laid out the cards, that you got 2 master numbers, with that intention card being number 22 and the balancing act card being number 11. So that's also interesting. So honestly, there's multiple energies coming in, so just bear with me. Some of you, it's either you'll be trying to figure out the best way to approach someone, or there's someone that'll be trying to figure out the best way to approach you on a romantic level. So there's some need to break the ice. I don't know if you have an icy demeanor or if you have an unapproachable energy, pile 3, but there's going to be some type of completion, end of cycle, or harvest after some type of hard work that'll lead to one of you approaching the other with confidence. This could be a relationship. Okay, this could be a relationship currently going on or that you'll have in 2021, and then someone trying to rekindle, not necessarily rekindle, but like, you know, when there's arguments and stuff, but also a new energy of coupling. So whichever one resonates for you. It could be new, it could be rekindling of old, whichever one fits. This is a general reading. So, but whatever that is, it's gonna take something to end or whatever happens for that person to approach the other with confidence, whether it's you or the other person. I'm seeing that the person, okay, so that I don't make it confusing, just take this scenario as this could be someone coming into you, or you could be coming into someone else, because I do feel like some of you will be initiating the energy. But just to make it easier and less confusing, apply that where it fits. I'm going to read it from the perspective of you, the reader, not you, the reader, me, the reader, you, the listener, being the person that has someone coming in, just so that I don't keep fumbling my words. So this person coming in is going to be someone that has skills and or resources to help you in some way, especially with that King of Coins next to that 8 of Coins and the 7 of Pentacles leading into the Emperor card. So it feels like the more masculine of the two of you will likely be approaching, assisting, and healing the other. This person will initiate, like they'll initiate lots of inspiration and creativity and action in the other, which again, I'm reading it as you, after a period of like lots of distress and stagnation, with that 9 of Swords being followed by the Ace of Wands. So I'm seeing that this love will really help you step into your power. Again, it could be you or them that's the active influence, but like I said, I'm just reading it from your perspective because that's the dominant energy. So yeah, this person coming in for you they're going to have a very stable, earthy energy about them, while also embodying that Aries Emperor energy in your life, because like that's just how that's the influence they're going to have when it comes to love and romance for you. They'll definitely actively pursue you and work hard to gain your love and your trust, regardless of if it's an old connection or a new one. I see heavy themes of you having trust issues, like heavy themes of that. But I feel this person that's coming in 2021 or resurrecting your relationship in 2021 intends to and is built to pursue you. There's a very patient and compassionate energy here, just like a love song, like I said at the beginning. I'm seeing that you two will complement each other well, and that this romance will transform the both of you, because you've got a heavy Scorpio 8th house theme here with that full moon and Scorpio card. You know that it's time to release negativity, whether you're releasing negativity from a past relationship to move into this new one, or if you're releasing the negativity from past situations within a current relationship. If you're the type to overgive in relationships, I see that this relationship in 2021 will show you what a balanced connection should be like. So you have Gemini 3rd house themes here with that communication is key card. And it's likely, and this is me talking about if not the relationship people, but if a new love is coming in, with that Gemini third house influence, it's likely someone you're familiar with or related to your immediate environment. Okay, it could be someone that's like a short trip away. I'm hearing very specifically that this person is a twin for some of you. Yep. I mean, it is Gemini, but I wasn't reading it that way, but it came through that I should. So some of you, this person has a twin. It feels like this person has been watching you for a while, singles. Even if you aren't single, those of you that will be removing yourself from a relationship in 2021, this person's been waiting for you to break up so that they could approach you. And it's not like a hateful, evil eye perspective. They're just observing you in the situation you're in, and they know they could treat you better, almost kind of energy. But those of you that are in a relationship and are resurrecting, ooh, I did not mean to say resurrect. A lot of you will be resurrecting connections. Not like this person went away, ghosted you for months, and now you're trying to get back together. That's not what I'm saying. Those of you that are hitting rough patches in your relationships or there's going to be some resurrection of a connection. But those of you that are in a relationship and you're resonating with this whole admirer, or you admiring someone else that's not your partner, obviously 2021 you'll become single again, and I do see that that breakup might be painful from this person you're currently with or will be with at the beginning before moving on to this other person that might be in your circle. Some of you, yeah, those of you with that resurrection themes, like if you hit a rough patch in your relationship with work, because in intention, because you have that card, compassion, you have that card, lots of effort with that 8 of coins, especially on the part of the masculine person with that king of coins and the emperor. And most importantly, communication, because that's one of the heaviest themes. You definitely will restore balance to the union. Okay, like if you're in a situation, you want to work it out, 2021, you're going to learn how to communicate with one another, because again, communication is very important, not just for the relationship people, but all of you selecting this pile, because you have that communication is key card and the throat chakra card. So I'm going to say it again because it's very important for you pile threes. Your key love theme in 2021 is communication. So make sure you're compassionate and fair when it comes to love and romance as well. Like, be willing to build a solid foundation with someone. So in 2021, expect whatever your romantic partner, like whoever your romantic partner is, to be very intentional in making sure both of your needs are met and serious about building something long term. That's something I feel strongly, and that's especially if this is a new love. So with this person that's going to be your person 2021, your minds and communication styles will match really well, like in a way that you've never had a mental connection with someone before. It's going to be that strong. You might even like finish each other's sentences and like guess what the other's thinking, stuff like that. And even if it's a ongoing romance, you'll start to develop that type of connection. Like if you were having communication issues, it'll finally go away and you'll learn how to talk to one another. Okay, all of you here in pile 3, if your current or past relationships had the issue of one or the other person saying really mean things to the other during disagreements, that's energy that's being called on to heal in 2021 with that throat chakra and compassion combination in the middle there. Again, communication is a focal point in terms of love for you. I'm hearing don't go for the lowest blow and don't try to hurt your person, and they shouldn't do that to you, especially those of you that are in relationships. Singles, some of you, this is your toxic trait that you'll have to break. Okay, you get really mean when upset, and this new person they're not going to have it. You're really going to have to get used to being with someone that knows how to communicate with you respectfully, no matter what you do, because that's how this person's going to be. And even if you aren't mean when angry, you're used to being with romantic partners that are. So it'll be an adjustment being with someone that actually respects you. Okay? So those of you, you know, that say hateful things when upset, that's not something you're going to be able to bring into 2021. That's something you're going to be called on to release and work on. And again, if that's not you, that's just how you've been treated, this new person is going to be the complete opposite of that. And hopefully it doesn't scare you and make you run. I know people tend to do that. I don't know why I felt called to say that, but don't run from this person if you're not used to being treated well. Just work through that fear, release that negativity, right? Talk it out with this person. This person's going to be a very good communicator. Okay? So those are your love themes for 2021, Pile 3. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.